Let's talk about self-care. So that phrase means something very different now than it did even 10 years ago. Back in the day, nobody called it self-care. Your granddad didn't say, "Hey boys, I'm prioritizing my mental health wellness this weekend." Nope, he went fishing. He sat in a garage with his buddies. He worked on his truck for 6 hours, watched football in silence, or he drank cheap whiskey on the back porch complaining about the government. That was self-care. We just didn't call it that yet. Now, somewhere along the line, the term evolved into this polished Instagram version of life, candles and bath bombs, journaling, and a woman in a $400 Lululemon outfit telling you to breathe intentionally. And look, there's nothing wrong with any of that. For some people, self-care is yoga. For some people, self-care is therapy. For others, it's running marathons or lifting weights, reading books or hiking mountains, deleting social media, or sitting quietly with coffee before their kids wake up. And that's the point. Self-care is different for everyone. But somewhere along the way, people started acting like self-care only counts if it looks productive, healthy, or photogenic. And honestly, that's nonsense. Because sometimes self-care is just finding a way to decompress without the world demanding something from you for 2 damn hours. And for a lot of people, especially men who aren't exactly lining up to join emotional drum circles, self-care looks like this. A couple of friends, bottle of bourbon, a porch, garage, fire pit, or podcast studio, conversations that somehow start with sports and end with, "You ever think we're all just winging this adulthood thing?" Because that matters. There's something psychologically healthy about shared rituals. Humans have always done this. Thousands of years ago, it was wine, ale, taverns, campfires, people gathering together to unwind, tell stories, laugh, complain, debate life, and feel connected. Connection itself is therapeutic. Not every guy wants a spa day. Some guys just need somebody to say, "Man, I get it." And bourbon culture at its best creates that environment. Not that flex culture, not the look at my allocated bottle collection nonsense. The real part of bourbon culture is slowing down, sharing pours, telling stories, laughing until somebody almost spits out a drink. That can absolutely be self-care. Now, obviously, there's a line. If somebody's using alcohol to avoid life entirely, to numb themselves constantly or self-destruct, that's not self-care anymore. That's escape. There's a difference between I enjoy bourbon with friends because it helps me unwind and connect, and I can't function without drinking. Those are not the same thing. But modern culture sometimes struggles with nuance. Everything becomes good and bad, healthy or toxic, productive or failure. Reality is messier than that. Because honestly, a night laughing with your friends over good bourbon may do more for your mental health than pretending to meditate while secretly checking work emails every 10 seconds. And maybe that's the bigger point. Self-care isn't about aesthetics, it's about restoration. Does it help you to reconnect with yourself? Does it reduce stress? Does it strengthen relationships? Does it make life feel lighter for a while? And it probably counts. So if your self-care is therapy, good. Hiking, good. Gaming, great. Reading, good. Lifting, good. Bourbon with your buddies arguing about whether Blanton's is overrated, also good. People need community. People need rituals. People need laughter. And sometimes healing less like a wellness retreat and more like a slight buzz conversation at midnight where somebody says, "All right, one more pour, and then I'm definitely going home." And honestly, that might be the healthiest thing some people do all week. This is John with Dudes and Debauchery. Have a great night.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.